In today's episode, we'll dive into the cost considerations for Chinese families using electric vehicles and take you to Fengjie County filled with poetry and the scent of oranges. In recent years, China's electric vehicle industry has been booming, with more and more families choosing electric cars as their mode of transportation. Natalia, what are your thoughts on the popularity of electric vehicles in China?
I think it's a very obvious trend. China's electric vehicle technology is becoming more mature and their charging infrastructure is improving. Plus, the environmental benefits and cost effectiveness of electric vehicles are a major reason why many families choose them.
Exactly. China has established the world's largest charging network with more charging stations than gas stations in some cities, further alleviating charging anxiety. Recently, Bridging News reported visited various charging facilities in Chongqing to calculate the cost of using electric vehicles. Let's take a look.
Why have so many people switched to buying electric vehicles in such a short time? There are many reasons, but one factor stands out as both direct and decisive: the operating cost.
For a typical Chinese family, buying a new car is a big decision. A good car represents status, though the cost of maintaining it isn't quite as pleasant as the pride of owning it. High fuel prices are driving people to seek alternative transportations. Those who use their cars to earn a living were the first to adapt to the new situation.
所以跑车只有买电单车。
我是一个月的话，跑1万多公里的话，这只要加3000多到4000多块钱的跑。如果是现在的话，只几百8、9百块钱不行。
美國人保養下嚟講保養電動車保養都係便宜，油車嘅保養費低啲咯。
This is an underground parking lot of a typical Chinese residential complex. Now, behind these parking spaces, you could see home chargers like this. Different brands have different design, of course, but more importantly, they're way more cheaper than public chargers.
In China, residential electricity rates are significantly lower than commercial rates. With off-peak pricing system, EV owners will pay even lower prices charging the car at midnight. Nevertheless, it requires you to have a private-owned parking spot. While fuel cars rarely spark concerns about refueling, EV owners sometimes worry about finding a charge on time. We visit a large charging station in the southwest metropolis, Chongqing. The station is operated by one of the industry's leading private companies, which has been active in this field for a decade.
We have built the city-level charging network backbone in China. As you may know, in some cities, there's even much more charging stations than the petrol stations.
Now the car is fully charged with 200 more kilometers. And let's see the bill. What does it cost? 49.52 yuan. If that's a fuel tank, this price might triple or even more.
The growing network of highway charging stations has perhaps eased the lost range anxiety for EV drivers. While urban charging stations are supported by diverse players, highways are mainly served by state-owned enterprises.
A challenge of building chargers on highway service area is that power source is far, so it costs more. Years ago, new energy vehicles were not as many as there are now, so investing in highway charging stations has been unprofitable in recent years. So it was carried out by State Grid as part of our responsibility as a state-owned enterprise. We took the lead and invested in building charging stations on highways.
Today in China, over half of car buyers are choosing electric cars over gasoline-powered cars. This shift happened within roughly 3 years. Chinese EV companies offer a full range of products, from tiny compact cars to luxury vehicles, catering to all kinds of consumer needs, even smaller niche markets. Some luxury brands have an average price tag of over 400,000 yuan, while mid-tier players like Tesla remain strong. Brands like BYD, with their more affordable price points, dominate the market becoming the main driver of the steady growth of EV sales.
In today's iChongqing, we'll take you to a place filled with poetry and fruity aromas. Fengjie County in Chongqing. Natalia, what is your impressions of Fengjie?
In my mind, it's a picturesque place surrounded by mountains and rivers. Very beautiful. The famous Chinese poet Li Bai once left a timeless verse there. 梁安远身体不足，秦州已过万重山. This poem beautifully depicts Fengjie scenery.
Exactly. The beauty of Fengjie mountains and rivers have inspired countless moving poems and nurtured a unique fruit, the Fengjie Navel orange. Let's step into this poetic and fragrant land together.
This is White King Temple in the White King's Town. It is the highest point at the summit of White King's Mountain. In his time, Du Fu loved this place the most.
Город Байди – это древний город с тысячелетней историей и культурным наследием. Он пережил эпоху феодального правления в конце династии Западная Хань. Литераторы всех династий сочиняли стихи и выражали свои мысли и чувства по поводу здешних гор и рек.
Look, this is bamboo, this is painting, this is calligraphy poetry. They form a synthesis of the arts. In this lies the beauty of traditional Chinese culture.
Стихотворение Ли Бая «Ранний отъезд из города Байди» прославило этот малоизвестный город на весь мир.
И это неудивительно. Посмотрите на природу вокруг.
Культура здесь – это не просто статичная история. Она ярко передается через танец, музыку и другие формы, точно так же, как древние стихи снова обретают жизнь.
Место, куда я приехал, это база посадки пупочного апельсина Фенgjie, продукт китайского производства. Являясь одним из 8 основных регионов мира по производству пупочного апельсина, местный продукт имеет яркую кожуру и большие сочные плоды.
Fengjie navel oranges are grown with scientific management. The fruits can remain fresh on the trees for 7 to 8 months. Growing this variety of oranges brings economic benefits to the locals and contributes to building beautiful and harmonious rural areas.
What a pleasure it's been to have you viewers join us. And thank you to Natalia for your company and wonderful insights. And thanks again to all the viewers for tuning in.
Thank you, Alex, and thanks to everyone for your support. See you in the new episode.
Let's meet, showcasing new Chongqing to the world. I'm your host, Alex. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.
Goodbye.